Hi, this is Bea from Sorcery Soap, and today we're going to make a soap fortune cookie. So when I started this video, I thought, well, I should probably or at least say a bit where fortune cookies come from, and so I did a little poking around, not a deep dive, just a little surface reading, stuff that you could find easily. And, you know, some people think they're Chinese, some people think they're Japanese, and well, it turns out the reason that they think one or the other is because Makoto Hagawara and David Young's Chinese, Makoto Hagawara was Japanese. And about the same time, in the early 1900s, they both started to sell or give away what they were calling fortune cookies. And I don't know if they marketed it that way or it sort of took off that way, but they put these little sayings, things like this. They put these little sayings. You've gotten a fortune cookie, I'm sure, if you eat Asian food of some sort. And they put these little sayings in, and so that some of them were good fortunes, and those came from, let's see, some of them were Bible verses, which aren't necessarily good fortunes, but then other ones were just actual fortunes that they put in, and they came from, I don't know. There's an argument about who started it, and Hagawara was from nobility, and he apparently won the historical review. The San Francisco court had a historical review, and he won that, so it says that he's the one that originated them. However, at the end of the day, this is how I try to see it. Lots of people say, well, they brought soap dough to the foreground, or, I did, or whoever. To me, all that matters is if my fortune cookie tastes good. Like, kind of. It kind of does. Yes, I would love to know the clear history of it as curiosity's sake, but, boots on the ground, when you get your fortune cookie, if it tastes like a piece of cardboard, you're not that interested. And if it tastes really good, then you're really interested. And you're going to keep going back to that person. So yeah, the history is somewhat important, but having, understood that from a different point of view, I think the quality of the product also matters too. So with that said, I'm kind of going off, and not to dismiss all this information, it's just when it gets to this situation where you go, I don't even know who's who, and then there's this other guy, Seiichi Kito, and it all gets very muddled and confused, and and the crazy part about it is people have used this particular information to purport an agenda, which that's crazy in and of itself. I started reading, I'm like, that doesn't have anything to do with that, but you're using that as a platform? Okay, whatever. So all I'm saying is that I want to teach you how to do fortune cookies. And that's really the long and short of it. And here are some of my fortunes, which I got a kick out of writing. And you might like it or you might not. It's just irrelevant to me because it gave me a little bit of a chuckle. So here we go. These are the ones I'm going to stick in here. I'm going to show you how this all works. But when in anger, sing the alphabet. And it is very helpful to me. Not that I do it that often, but I definitely count. Ignore previous fortunes. I thought that was pretty clever. Yes, I made all these up. I just picked some sayings that I thought were give me a little bit of a chuckle, and that's all it was. Happiness can be found in the darkest of times. Yes, I think that was Harry Potter. I think that was Harry Potter. I didn't say who said that, but I didn't have enough space. Ignore previous fortunes. We got that one. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. I really like that. I think that's quite funny. The rubber man leads the way. If you look, you'll find magic. That's one of my favorite ones, of course. I have that all over my stuff. Skip the next meal, you will not perish. This was incredibly helpful to me. Shockingly helpful. Now I skip 3, 6, 8 meals at a time. But yes, this is very, very helpful. It is making me live healthier and longer. You will be hungry again. That's a guarantee. Yes, eventually I'll be hungry again. Let's see if I got any new ones. Oh, here's one. This is, I got the little words down here. It says J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter. It says honestly, if you were any slower, you'd be going backward. And I thought that was kind of funny. Let's see. Learn to say no without explanation. Oh, hard life lesson, but super helpful. And let's see here. I think that's about it. Yeah, and then I just repeat them. Oh, it says you have been warned of threats near you. That actually helped me one time. I got that in a fortune cookie, and it made me stop and consider what was going on around me. So it was just a way for me to look, pull my head up and look up a little bit. Don't eat this fortune cookie, it's soap. That's my favorite, absolute favorite. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you how to make fortune cookies. So this one is made with Fruit Punch Red, which is our new color this week, coming out on Friday, and I'm really pleased with that. And the name of it came from both of us collaborating, because it looks like fruit punch. So I've taken some of it and I've rolled it out, and I'm using, I don't know what the measurement is, but you can see it's about as big as my hand. And it's from my Ateco cutters, which are really helpful. They have the rolled tops on them, and that's one of the reasons why I got these. I don't work for Ateco or anything. I'm just explaining why I picked these particular cutters up. There's a variety of sizes, and I use them to even make other shapes, like you've seen on some of my videos. The rolled top is helpful because this side is rather sharp, and some of my cookie cutters, although unique shapes, have only a slightly rolled top, and I put both hands on it to get even pressure like this, because I've tried it with one hand, and it usually, like, your one hand goes wonky, but two hands crossed is much more stable, and this doesn't hurt my hand. And when you're cutting cookies, soap cookies, like 100 at a time or 200 at a time, because if I make 100 cookies, that means I made 200 cookies, because I make a top and a bottom and I stick them together. So after a bunch of time doing that, it's not comfortable. So anyway, these are very helpful. Yes, and I did bruise the back of my hand. I have no clue how I did that. I just must have banged it. I'm a delicate flower when it comes to things like that. So I rolled these between two plastic. Yeah, see, it's a little sticky, but that's okay. We can fix that. Not a big deal. And see that right there? I don't know if you can see, that's an air pocket. And most of the time, the only way to get rid of that is to poke a hole in it. So it has to have a way to get out. And then you can just smooth that over. Remember, these are going to be broken up. And don't worry, I've had people ask me, well, what about the inside? Are they going to catch it? Are they going to be able to see it? If most people aren't going to take these in the shower, and they're kind of a, novelty gift. So take it for what it's worth. I think they're fun. If somebody gave them to me, I usually package them in 3s and then send them out that way. If somebody gave one to me, I'd just be tickled. So here's what we're going to do. Put this in the center. Give it a little water, not a lot, just a little. Stick it together like that, and then bend it a bit. And you can shape it to anything you want. I looked at pictures, and this seems to be the most stereotypical picture of a fortune cookie. And clean them up, I guess. I like to have the edges a bit sealed, just so they look. And yes, fortune cookies aren't fruit punch, but I think it's pretty fun when they're all together in a picture. I have some pictures I'll put up in the video for you so you can see the different types of fortune cookies I've made. I put sprinkles on them. I saw somebody making fortune cookies, like real fortune cookies, and dipping them in frosting and then putting sprinkles on just the side. And I thought they were so beautiful that I would just make one or two or a bunch to give away. And unfortunately, my frosting separated because of the fragrance oil I used, right? Soap Too Cold. I can't remember which one it was, but it separated, and the pictures weren't that great. They were okay. So I think I'll do that again. Oh, what did I do? Here we go. So this is a nice quality. I'll show you in a sec here. Let's get this folded. This is my favorite. And see, one year I made these with all these, like, it says, don't eat this fortune cookie, it's soap. I think that's funny. I think it's like, sometimes obvious things are funny to me. And so I thought it was funny, and I gave some of my fortune cookies as stocking stuffers to my neighbors when we first moved in. Well, the kids talk to me, the parents don't talk to me. So I don't know what that means. But personally, if somebody had given me any housewarming gift when I first moved in to my neighborhood, I'd have been a little bit nicer to them. I don't know. I don't know what people think. I move into the neighborhood and give my neighbors gifts. That doesn't even make any sense. Because I wanted to get to know them and let them know that I wasn't a threat and I wasn't a crazy person who was going to have parties all the time and be loud and obnoxious, and I didn't have any barking dogs or anything. Just be like, yeah, I'm moving into the neighborhood. You were here. I want to fit in with you guys, so I'm quiet. So here's a gift. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, that didn't go over so well. The kids are really nice, though. They walk their dog, Sam. So there you go. There's 3 of those. And you know how to roll out soap dough and do all that stuff, so I don't think I'm going to have to show you that. But these are in my book, Soap Craft Inspiration. So this, I wanted to show you this though. This is the soap dough. And I shared on YouTube a pretty simple video for buttons. I try to put the simplest stuff on the YouTube video when I want to do something for YouTube, just to dip my toe in and say I'm still here. YouTube doesn't really care for me very much. I'm not sure why. I think I've said that before, but so I don't have a very, very big passion for putting stuff up there very much, unless it's specifically to help someone. Like I made a video for envelopes the other day because somebody in the group who I didn't think was in Patreon, and I wanted her to be able to see that. So I kind of do stuff like that there now, and Patreon is where I put the highly detailed stuff up, and still working through the Soap Craft Inspiration book. So anyway, it's cold here, and still this is a beautiful soap dough. This is the fruit punch, and let me show you the other color. And what is this other color now? I've lost my train. Oh, Lollipop. This is Lollipop. So you can see the difference of them. They're both lovely. So you can see the difference. This is Fruit Punch. This is Lollipop. So some of the things on, as far as the naming of stuff, soap doughs that I pick, sorry about the noise, is because some of them are directly, like Lollipop is directly from, look at that, look how beautiful that is. That's from Nurture, Lollipop Mica from Nurture. And we make it into soap dough. And then stuff like Fruit Punch, we made this recipe. So you can't find this color anywhere else, this Fruit Punch color, but from us. And yeah, those are our secret recipes we don't share. So anyway, I'm gonna make, let's make a couple, well, I think it's good. I think you got the general idea. I made a couple of these and you see how it works. If you have any questions, leave a question here and I'll get back to you. And I hope your holidays are great. I still have 4 more videos coming up for the holidays. So not exactly for Christmas, but videos coming out for the holidays. So if you don't have anything to do, you get some videos, new videos to watch from us, or from me anyway. So thanks for watching and take care.